Shall we start the session, ma'am? Hey, ma'am. Shall we start the session, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. It is my honor to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed resource person, Dr. V. Hema, ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Agurchand Manmull Jain College, Chennai, who have graciously accepted to lead our day 5 of our 7 days faculty development program on innovation, technology, and pedagogy. We are truly privileged to have you with us, ma'am. Your extensive expertise in the field of computer science, particularly your work in
Hello.
emerging technologies. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm addressing welcome address, ma'am. After that, we can start the session, ma'am. On behalf of the organizing committee, we sincerely thank you for devoting your valuable time.
May I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, sir. You continue, sir.
Okay, ma'am. On behalf of the organizing committee, we sincerely thank you for devoting your valuable time to enlighten us
Hello.
with your knowledge, experience, and practical perspective. Once again, a warm welcome to you all. Thank you, ma'am. Hey, ma'am, you are audible, ma'am. You can start the session, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening, one and all gathered here. It's a pleasure to be with all of you today. I am Hema, Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science at Jain College. I am delighted to join you as a resource person for this faculty development program. First, I extend a warm welcome to all the participants. Programs like this give us a valuable space to reflect, learn, and collaborate, something we rarely get in our busy academic schedule. I truly appreciate your presence and enthusiasm to encourage in collective learning. Today, I'm going to present a topic on unlocking the innovation in teaching through digital storytelling that create, connect, and captivate the student learning process. Let's start my presentation with introduction to teaching. The teaching is more than delivering a content. The teachers inculcate knowledge, skills, attitude to the students. It involves helping the learners to understand the new concepts, develop their ability, and apply what they learn in a practical situation. The two PEPI terms, that is innovation, technology, and pedagogy, are interwoven elements that work together to improve the student learning process. In general, innovation sparks new ideas in teaching, whereas technology provides the tool to implement those ideas. Pedagogy is a framework that ensures those ideas that are effective in promoting learning process. Thus, these three elements works together to strengthen the learning process. Innovation. Innovation goes beyond the traditional method that encourages and creates the active creative environment where the students can achieve. Through innovation, the teachers use the virtual reality to explore the concepts safely and without leaving the classroom. For example, the science teacher can use VR technologies for a virtual volcano exploration where he can safely explore the inside of the volcano. And our teacher use the virtual reality to make the students to virtually visit the famous museum without leaving the classroom. Whereas the technology transform the learning process through video tools, interactive tools, and learning management systems. It helps the teachers to reach the students in a flexible and engaging way. The teachers use the tools like Loom, Screencast-O-Matic, YouTube to create their video lessons that explains the concepts clearly to the students. They also use the learning management system, that is LMS, to upload their lessons, provide the assessment, that is the quiz assignment in a single screen. They also use the interactive tools such as Padlet, Edmodo to facilitate the class discussion, share the resources, and provide real time feedback on a learning process. The pedagogy. The pedagogy guides how we teach and how the students learn. Today, it emphasizes active participation, feedback, and reflection. It supports active learning techniques such as group discussion, problem based learning, learning using simulation tools, learning using experiments, which are used to engage the students in active learning process. Thus, these methods help the students think deeply and learn collaboratively. Next, we move on to the traditional teaching technique. The traditional teaching technique heavily relies on lectures, chalk and board, textbook, and standard testing technologies. It uses mainly the lecture format and standardized assessment technique to assess the students' ability. It limitedly use the technology, whereas in modern teaching technique, that is innovation technique, it integrates online learning, hands-on techniques, game-based lessons, and multiple literacies, which helps the students to deeply engaged in their studies and improve their understanding. It mainly focuses on students involvement, continuous learning, self-paced learning through online platform. It also supports multimodal learning, that is visual, auditory, etc. Innovation, innovation pedagogies are needed to transform learning. We need, in order to transform from the traditional learning to the modern learning, we need a blended learning that is focuses on online and traditional classroom teaching, problem solving strategies, learning by doing, that is hands-on experience, game-based elements to motivate their interest, diverse skill, that is digital and media literacy, and learning through movement. Nowadays the students who are interested in hands-on experience and learn through moments, etc. Digital storytelling. It is a smart innovation technique that helps the students to think creatively, emphasize deeply, and communicate ideas powerfully using the model digital tools. Digital storytelling is an amalgamation of story, multimedia, and interaction. Multimedia and interaction. Its main objective is to learn, create, reflect, and communicate. It enhances creativity, engagement, and students' involvement. The digital learning, digital storytelling supports blended learning, learning through experiments, game based learning, multimodal learning, and others which strengthen the learning process. The following are the benefits of the digital storytelling in teaching. It enhances the creativity, teamwork, engagement, and critical thinking. Also, it encourages the creative expression. It fosters the teamwork and group projects. It helps the students to understand the complex ideas through narrative and visuals. It is the best way to capture the students' attention to thought some new concepts and critical concept where it is difficult to teach through the chalk and board method or lecture based method. The following are the seven elements of a digital storytelling. The digital storytelling mainly depend on the real life experience or adventures combining narrative with digital context. The following seven elements are the point of view, dramatic questions, emotional content, the gift of your voice, power of the soundtrack, economy, and pacing. Uh, it also includes the owing your side, that is, find and clarify what their stories are about. Owing your emotions, identify their emotions. Finding the moments, identify the single moment that they can capture to illustrate their insight. Seeing through story, share their story as a digital storytelling methodology. Hearing your stories, record the voice of a storyteller. Assembling your story. What is your story and how relate to the concept which we going to teach in a class. Sharing your story. Sharing your story, revisit the concept through the storytelling technique. The pedagogical roles of digital storytelling innovation in education. It simplifies the difficult concepts. It encourages and retain engagement of the students in a learning process inside the classroom. It supports learning and deeper reflections. The uh, following are the hello sorry the following are the digital storytelling helps the students to learn the difficult concept. It simplifies the difficult abstract concepts through the visuals. It encourages the students to actively create, connect, and captivate and reinforcing the understanding. It transforms the abstract concept into the real world scenario. It encourages the different learning styles and enhances the comprehensive retention, reflection, and critical thinking. It promotes deep thinking and understanding through story creation and reflection. It allows the students to refine their understanding through revisions and rare feedbacks. The following are the steps involved in digital storytelling. First one is the familiarize the tools used to create the stories. Next one is a storytelling ideas. What are the ideas we are going to used to frame a story to convey which concept to the students. Third one is the identify how to align the story with the curriculum objective. Fourth one is a plan a small story which helps to convey the concept clearly to the students. Fifth one is the prepare the assessment and the rubric to assess the students' ability. And sixth one is the foster collaborative learning through teamwork. Seventh one is the integrate the students reflect on their digital storytelling process. Eighth one is the slowly include complex concepts and advanced concept using digital tool to gain students confidence. Ninth one is the showcase the students work and involvement. Tenth one is the collect the feedback, evaluate the process, refine the future digital storytelling projects. Thus, this storytelling methodology helps to integrate um, active learning environment in a gradal, manageable way while boosting the students' engagement and the learning. Suppose we want to introduce the AI concept into the minds or young minds of the students with the help of a small story. We can slowly include the concept into the young minds. For example, a story of a smart robot. There is a robo in a village called as a robo. It was a special and a intelligent robo who helped the people in a small town by solving complex problems, solving and learning new things. It is a robo which is very kind to every people in the village. One bright morning, Mr. Johnson, the town's baker, had a problem. He need to bake a big batch of cookies for a party. He was not sure how much sugar he had left in his godown. So everyone tell that, but you don't worry. Robo was there to help us. The robo zipped over the pantry, looked around with his special sensors, and said, "You have just enough sugar for 15 cookies, but you will need 3 more cups for full order." Mr. Johnson's eye widened. "And how did you know that?" he asked. He asked himself. "I learn from everything I see," Robo said. "I analyze data and use it to make decisions, just like how humans learn from experience." Next day, the robo helped the girl named as Ella, the young student who was struggling with her math homework. The Ella had a tough math problem and she was about to give up. "I don't know, get it?" she cried. But the robo was not going to let her give up. He quickly scanned the problem and said, "Don't worry, Ella, let's solve this together." The robo did not just give Ella the answer. He explained every steps clearly, guided her through the math formulas, and soon the Ella was smiling. "I did it." And she was cheered and happy that she solved the problem. As a day went, the robo continued to help everyone in the town. He helped the farmer figure out the best time to plant their crop, predict the best route for a family road trip, and even helped the local librarian recommend the books to read based on what they like, um, etc. The robo's ability to learn from experience made him more helpful every day, make the town a happier and smarter place. Now we align the story of a smart robo with the AI concept. What does a robo does? Learn from helping people, where AI learns from experience and get there better over time. Robo makes decisions, but AI uses data to make smart decisions and solve problems. A robo helps the small task like measuring the sugar needed for the baker, solving the problem, predict the best route for the family trip, etc. Where the AI can do tasks that need thinking like human do. The robot gets smarter with the practice, whereas the AI improves and get better more it learns. A robot uses sensor to gather information, whereas AI perceives its surrounding with sensors like camera. Thus, AI is like a robot. It learns, decides, helps, improves, and uses data to solve the problem. Likewise, we slowly incorporate the concept AI into the young minds using the traditional storytelling technique, which is known as the digital storytelling technique (DST). Digital storytelling technique (DST). Um, we can align the robo story with the AI concept, like start with a basic concept. Simply use the PowerPoint or Google Slides to show the robo uses its sensor and how it gathers the information. And then we slowly introduce the basic storytelling concept, that is begins with a problem. The robo needs to help. Who need the help from the robo? That is, the bakers need the help to measure the sugar in his godown. The Ella need a Ella need a robo's help to solve the mathematical problem, etc. Aligned with curriculum, like robo helping with math or science. How the AI helps the human being and how to solve the real world application. Plan a small project. Create a short story like a robo's journey to help the baker. We can using the tools you have learned about. Provide instructions and a template. Follow the steps and use the template to organize the story. Begin with a simple and then elaborate, that is begin as a novice and end as a pro. Foster collaborative learning. Like Robo helps many people, you can work in teams to create a story. Make a students make students as a team. Allow them to create a story. Uh, to involve them in a smart learning process. Integrate reflection. What did you like about the robo story? What could you do better in your own? Gradually increase the complexity. Start simple, make the basic story, then add more details, more tools, and make the story very interesting and interactive, and slowly inculcate the knowledge deeper into the young students' mind through the digital storytelling technique. Uh, Share the stories with other, like the robots get appreciated from the help from the villages. Your work deserves to be shown. Reflect and iterate. Learn and improve. Just like a robot learns with everyday task, think about how you can make your next story better. The following are the tools required to create the digital stories. That is, for creating a content, we can use PowerPoint, Google Slides, iMovie, Canva, or Animato apps to create the basic content of a story. We can also use Canva to develop the basic story content. For building a teamwork, we use Google Drive, Google Doc, Trello, or Microsoft Team to build a teamwork. Presentation platform, we can use YouTube, uh, Flipgrid, CISA, etc. For as an interactive tool, we can use Adobe Spark, Storybird, ThinkLink, etc. We require the basic hardware as the computer which supports multimedia content, tablet, or a PC, microphone with a camera. Then also we can use Prezi, a dynamic presentation tool that can also be used for storytelling and make the presentation more interactive than using the normal PPT presentation. We can also use Microsoft Sway, a web-based tool for creating a presentation that feels more like a interactive story. We can also use the online story generator tool to generate our own story to inculcate the knowledge into the young student's mind. How can we use digital storytelling effectively in teaching? After creating a story, students allow the students to discuss the theme, lesson, and the character and the perspective. Ask them to write as a 1 minute paper test, or allow them to play a role as a character in the story, uh, and ask them to compare the concept which aligns with the story discussed earlier, and also allocate group storytelling projects which foster collaborative and allow the students to learn from each other. How we can use digital storytelling effectively in teaching? The storytelling builds empathy, relevance, and emotional understanding. It helps the students to connect the learning with the real life scenario. As a teacher, uh, we use the digital storytelling methodology in our teaching process. As first, define the learning objectives and the story type. It could be a personal experience or the story from the traditional narrative structure, etc. Then we draft the story for a feedback. Then the final story act as a summative evaluation. We can use the formative or the summative assessment to assess the students' skill set. It helps to evaluate the students' understanding beyond the traditional examination, where we can identify the students' ability, how they understand the concept we taught earlier. Align the digital story project with the specific learning objectives. Decide whether the students will create narratives based on non-friction or make frictional stories that still align with the content. We can use draft for the feedback and improved final story for the summative evaluations, that is the final assessment obtained from the students. Rubrics. The rubric is essential for setting expectation, guiding the students, and ensuring the consistent fair grading mechanism. The digital story project involves creativity, technical executions, and content knowledge. So, the rubric should reflect all the following components. The rubrics ensures clarity and support students through creative, dynamic, active, self-paced learning process. The following are the components of the rubrics, that is creativity and originality, that is 20 percentage, content accuracy and relevance 30 percentage, story structure and way they frame the story, how they frame the story, how they organized gains 20 percentage, how they make the story interactive, what are the tools they used to present the stories in a innovative way, that scores 20 percentage, and how they engage the young minds, and how it impact the students mind, gains the 10 percentage. By assessing student under the above component through digital storytelling technique technique, we ensure that students are supported as they develop both their content knowledge and digital skills. The following is a rubric template, where the staffs can use to um, put their students assessment as a following template pattern. The importance of digital storytelling techniques are, one is engagement, capture the students' emotions through make the learning interesting with the technology they prefer, creativity and critical thinking. Uh, engages the students to think creatively while using their stories. Learning styles. Transform the learning styles, that is from traditional to modern learning, which adds visual, auditory, and other mechanism which makes the concept more interesting and understandable. Students' ownership. Give the students a voice and ownership over their learning. Communication skill, building the writing, reading, media literacy skills. Collaboration, it promotes teamwork and peer learning process. Digital literacy, it enhances the students' ability to use the technology effectively for presentation, for creating the content, to display the content, to create the um, team building skills, etc. Reflection encourages the deep thinking and personal reflection. Digital literacy enhances the students' ability to use the technology effectively in a real life problems, to solve the real life problems. Differentiation, it can adapt it for the various skill levels and the needs. Redundation, it makes the learning sick by embedding the information in a narrative way, by amalgamating the story, technology, and concept. Thus, the digital storytelling is a powerful tool that enhances the teaching and the learning process by combining the creativity, technology, and pedagogy. By amalgamating the multimedia element with the educational content, it fosters deep learning process, critical thinking, and active and creative learning environment to the students. It provides more opportunity for the students to demonstrate their understanding in a creative and interactive way, and make the students to involve, make a fun, make learning more meaningful and in a memorable way. Thus, this through the thoughtful assessment, clear rubric, and starts with a simple project, the teachers can guide the students as they develop both the content knowledge and the digital tools to build their own stories. As the student progresses, they can tackle more complex story telling tasks, further refine their creativity, technical ability, and understanding of the subject matter, which is difficult for them to understand. Last but not least, the digital storytelling not only help the student grasp the academic concept, but also empowers them to express the ideas in an innovative way, make them more prepared for the digital world as they part of it. It is an engaging, inclusive, effective method to transform the traditional learning methodology into the modern, innovative learning methodology. Thank you. Thank you, participants. Hello. Hello.
Ma'am,
Is there any questions? Hello. Any questions?
Participants, if you have any queries, you may ask. Shall we move to the verification?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good evening, everyone. On the behalf of the Organized Committee, I'm delighted to deliver the vote of thanks for the successful completion of day 5 of our 7 days faculty development program on innovation, technology, and pedagogy. Our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed research person, Dr. V. Hemana, for today's insightful and thought-provoking session. Her expertise in computer science, in a clear, practical explanation of modern technological concepts, has truly enriched our understanding. Your value inputs certainly support us in enhancing our teaching methodologies and incorporating technology more effectively in our academic practices. I extend my sincere thanks to all the participants for your active involvement and meaningful discussion. Participation and recognition value for today's learning experience. A special words of appreciation to the organizing team and their faculty members for their consistent dedication and seamless coordination ensuring smooth conduct of this program. We look forward to external innovations and curiosity, collaboration, and continuous learning. Thank you all for your presence and participation. Thank you, participants. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.